Alright, and here we are starting our game 3.
Yeah, I believe neither of us side this time. I keep the Tau in just in case because he was running the Sun Gohan Piccolo battle card that drops every time it attacks. And for 1 cost, it's not bad to just have it out. I open up with a trade land again. Ideal would still be Froster, Bojack, but at least I get a blue-yellow.
I want to say I picked my sideboard back up here and gazed through it. I think I did side my cells out, I want to say. I sided out the 3 copies of Cell. Oh, never mind. It wasn't this game.
I forget the Tau is 1 cost against green-yellow, but still not a big deal. It's good to have him out just in case he doesn't have his Gohan crit out to self-awaken, so he'll have enough energy up next turn to play the Gohan Piccolo if he needs it. I'm able to bean and untap and get my ideal turn 2 Goku Black again. Gets KO'd by Vegeta. Still not a big deal. I'll still get the card advantage from it. It would be nice to get a swing, but I still get to go into opponent turn with energy open for negates or beans or anything I would need. And it's really nice that card avoids TN, it avoids 1-drop red Raditz, anything you run into that punishes for offensive untapping.
So here I'm just trying to build up a little bit of pressure here, knock him down to maybe 5-ish life to try to get the Gogeta game plan off there. But yeah, unfortunately didn't have the self-awaken to put crits in instead of giving cards, but I know I'm on a clock with my leader being burst and my deck being milled, so I figured I might as well go in a couple times.
I swing at Vegeta, no combo, just to get the mill going. Oh, I tap 1 to draw a card, because since I had an extra red Goku in hand, it felt worth it to get a 15k off the board. At this point, I've got top 1 hand, so as long as I'm going into this next turn with 2 open, I'm feeling pretty good.
Yep, and here I think this is my biggest misplay here. I dropped this, and then I remember, oh wait, there's a Tau on board. So card is definitely not helping me. This was just a waste of 3 energy here on my part. Definitely a huge misplay for me.
He bursts a Vegeta, it's good for me. Don't have a lot of good charge options. Didn't get any other blue-yellows early besides the trade land turn 1.
And unfortunately, here I am being to get a little bit of energy back up here. Really kicking myself for wasting 3 energy playing the Gohan and Piccolo there. It was a huge waste of a turn for me.
And I still have the Tau, so I'm feeling pretty good going into the next turn with 4 energy still up. He has to pass pretty quickly after this one, I believe. Yeah, I get another blue-yellow.
There, unfortunately, I milled my desperate measures, and I was really hoping to open up with that. Uh, Probably could side more than two of it, definitely. And
Yeah, the other best answer against Toppo is Desperate Measures. He's able to Vegeta the Goku again, but I still get the untap and the draw. I'm stacking a lot of stuff in my hand that I'm gonna need for my last turn.
So here the Goku Blacks are really not making you lose any advantage getting hit with Vegeta, because you do warp one, but they still draw two for turn. So it's really like you're not really going neg. You do drop one card, but it makes you break even on it versus you playing any other battle card and it getting hit, because now you're just going -2, one card off board, one card out of hand.
I believe you do have a Desperate Measures for that. Yeah.
Yep.
Bounces back to hand. I've tapped my only red.
I do think I was holding it for that, and I want to say I go for the Gogeta after that. Yep.
And I have Champa in hand this time, I believe. No real counter for the card, but Champa at least gives you it taps it, so you can't get the triple strike off, and you draw from the Champa after you do the Gogeta auto, so you get 4 cards in hand instead of 3. It's the only real positive outcome you can get.
And go in there. I want to say I knocked myself to 4 with that Gogeta.
You're still unawakened.
Yep. There we go.
Oh, well, I usually whisper into my phone, so people don't wonder when I'm asked if I'm talking to them or not, you know?
And he's got Gogeta tapped, leader tapped. He can't swing with the Gohan Piccolo. Only the Vegeta can really swing, so I'm not in danger of a double strike. And I'm still sitting at 5 life. And I've got Toppo back in hand, or I believe I got Toppo back in hand after the draw.
Yep.
I think I swing at Gogeta there, just get the mill, because it's looking like that's going to be my win con. At this point, the game's going kind of long for the matchup.
Very unfortunate here. Desperate measure in the topo, because I was hoping for game there. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out that way, so I just gave my opponent the topo back to hand and actually didn't get anything done with my Gogeta there. So I go in for the crit on lead. I believe I did not have the double strike in hand to make this worth, though.
I rival my 20k blocker, puts battle card in rest, mill 1, and now I'm in a striking distance to mill him out after one more turn.
I want to say I had the exact amount of cards that one mill was going to do me in from me having to draw for turn.
What's up, man? Oh, not much. How about you? It's another day at paradise.
Here I go in with the Goku, just attempting to put more pressure on and hoping to be able to force my way through game. Here with the Goku and the Gogeta both being able to gain triple strike. I don't believe I gave it the triple strike here. I do believe I rival this 18 to remove the blocker off board.
Man, at this point with me sitting at 5 life is the best spot for him, because he's looking for 1 double crit from the lead, and he swings with Gogeta. And I won't get the 1 per game negate from Janemba until I awaken, so without that, it makes it a little tougher on him. And at this point, I'm at 4 life now, which opens up a lot of things for me. I get to untap 2 energy from Awakening. I still got a negate open for Gogeta.
I go in here with the drop the Vegeta. Unfortunately, it gets met with the release ball. bounced it back in my hand. The game plan there was to just attempt to get that through, bounce the blocker back to hand, and hopefully swing for game with the Gogeta, but unfortunately that did not happen in my favor. And I want to say I have, think, 4 cards in deck, either 4 or 5 cards right there in deck. Swing there. I mill 2. Yep, I spark and get that. I was reading the Champa to see if the cost stayed reduced on board or if it was only in hand. And the Champa cost reduced is only when it's in hand, so it could not KO it there. And then the Demon Sword just locks the game in. I want to say I have maybe 3 cards in deck there.
Yep.
Actually, just 2. Shit. Game with the Janemba there. It was a great series of games. Probably one of the best sets I've played in this game in a while. It was a very fun set, and yeah, unfortunately I couldn't take it, but I felt very powerful with the deck choice that I chose. Very confident in it in other matchups.
Yep, all 3 games went different tempos, misplays on both sides. The only thing I would have done differently this game 3 is I would have sided out Reality Bender to keep the Tau in, because Tau has to stay on board to protect me from that Piccolo anyway, and Reality Bender's effect of being 1 cost to come down has to have an empty board, so I would have to combo off the Tau and put myself at risk, so I can only use him for a kill turn. Other than that, I felt pretty good about how I played the last 2 games.
Only changes I would make to the deck, the 18 kind of did feel underwhelming. I've been thinking about removing that. Not sure if I would yet. It definitely comes in handy against blockers, but there's really not too many decks throwing blockers around left and right. Definitely felt confident with the side choice in here, because a lot of people will side for the hand destruction, and then you go in with an entirely different package, and that'll help you steal a game 2 or 3. You can always bluff siding, take out your package, make your opponent think you're siding back in your hand destruction, make them side back for that, and leave your Gogeta package in. But all in all, I feel like the deck performed well. It was a great series of games, and we thank y'all for watching.